Hey, what's up guys, it's DJ. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Massey Ferguson 5S Rework and the Massey Ferguson FL Series front loader from AMG Agri. These tractors will be coming to ModHub for all platforms, that way they are crossplay compatible and they support precision farming. However, if you guys are on PC, you can jump that up a little bit and use the interactive control mod with them as well. There's actually two mods here, but probably not the way you think. It's the tractors themselves, they're both in a pack together, and then the front loader comes as an additional mod. The differences between the two tractors are actually pretty small as far as customization goes. However, visuals, they are quite different. The version here I've got on the left is the standard 5S. Now I've got this updated with every single customization option that comes with it, and the one on the right is bare bones stock. However, from there they both have all the same customization options. So what's different? Well, the low profile cab version here on the right, or the LPC, it's got a smaller height overall, and it's also got smaller wheels as well. Now there are some customization options for the wheels that are the same. However, there's some that are much smaller, as you can see right here. Additionally, the windshield wipers and the mirrors are a little bit different on both of them, but that's kind of where the differences stop. So let's jump in and take a look at these guys in the store. What we're going to look for is Massey Ferguson 5S Rework. You're going to see here we have the 5S 2023 model and the low profile cab, and you can also tell they're both the same price. As I mentioned, both tractors have the same customization options, but there is one thing, at least customization option, that is a little bit different. As far as I know, there are no BKT tires on the low profile version. However, we do have BKT tires on the larger version. So that's really the only difference you guys are going to see other than visual. So let's do it, man. Let's customize this bad boy. We start off with 105 horsepower, a Dyna 4 transmission, which is a 16 by 16 power shift. We got 200 liters of fuel and 20 liters of DEF, 24 mile per hour max speed, and it weighs 5.1 tons. Now, one thing is, you may notice that this has a different transmission than the base game 5S does. That one uses a CVT gearbox. I don't actually think they have those in real life, if I'm not mistaken. Nonetheless, let's take a look. So we have the 105 horsepower option, then we have that with a Dyna 6 as well. So you can change up the transmission a little bit and go with a 24 by 24. Then we have the same versions in 115 horsepower, 125 horsepower, 135 horsepower, and 145 horsepower. So we've got a decent amount of power on here if you guys want to go with it. And really, up in that horsepower, doesn't cost you a lot, 21 grand. Wheel brands, at least on this version, we'll show them all, and they both have all of them as well. Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, BKT, Radstein, Nokian tires, and back in again. In the Trelleborgs, we have a standard tire, we have a little bit of a wider, we have a weight on there, a little bit more wide, a little bit more weight, a little bit more wide, a little bit more weight, and back down again. Instead of going wide, wider, wider-ish, they've just gone with the model number here. So we have the TM 600s, 700s, plus weights, 801, 802, and then back down. As far as your Michelin tires, they've done the same thing here. It's all kind of like real life stuff, not the way you would normally see it in the game. So it's more on visual, more so than the actual tire model itself. At least it makes it easier that way. So you can see here, we've got quite a few different options as far as your Michelins go. We even have these guys, which are not something we normally get with Michelin tires. As far as your Continental goes, of course, we've got quite a few in here as well. Honestly, the Continentals may be my favorite tractor tires on here. Midas, of course, we've got some real sweet Midas tires on here as well. Do love the Midas tires. And then BKT. I mean, they're basically my favorites in the game right now. We got weights and everything on there too. Radstein, again, pretty standard stuff through here. You've got a normal with wides and wider, all with weights. Nokian tires, you get everything you would expect here. We even have the Ground King, which I love those chunky Ground Kings. And back in again. Cabin. So there's three options here for our cabin. JK, there's five. I'm just an idiot. So we've got the Essential right here. We've also got the Essential Panoramic, which removes the center bar on the middle. We have Efficient, we have Exclusive, and then we have Exclusive Extra, which just adds a bunch of stuff. Now, the Essential is basically just a basic armrest. We got the T-bar, joystick, and a black steering wheel. Of course, we can remove the center bar. Then we go to the Essential Panoramic. So this removes that pillar and controls move to the left side. Then we have the Efficient and Exclusive, and exclusive extra. So these just add the control stick on the armrest, a screen is added, and it has a silver steering wheel instead of the black steering wheel. Next up, we got the mud guards. So we've got a couple here. So we have none. We have front mud guards. We have rear mud guards, which add an extension on the back. All, and then none. Roof options, we have your standard roof. We also have the Vizio roof, and we've also got a standard with a mirror and the Vizio with the mirrors. 4 options there. Fenders, here's an option that normally you don't get. Normally, it just kind of changes with your wheels when you change those. So we have narrow. We've also got wide. Back and forth. I know it's a simple addition, but I'm glad that I get to change this versus the wheel option changing it for me. Beacons. These are some pretty cool stuff through here on the beacons. We have standard. We got one on the left LED, then on the right, a right LED, or both, and both LED. So you could choose a standard beacon or an LED, and you could choose none, or just on the left, just on the right, or both. They're going to be located in the back no matter what you do, but it is nice that we've got that option. I love it. Next, we have the screen option. So we've basically got no or extra screen. Now, AMG Agri has said with the extra screen, this adds, of course, the GPS display. And if you're using a GPS mod, then this could be added with the GPS for a realistic package look. Did I mention the GPS? Yeah, you basically got GPS receivers, GPS unit, or none altogether. Warning! So we've got rear reflectors, which add a little bit of a light beside the rear tail lights. Then we've got a rear triangle, and then we've got the rear reflectors and the triangle on there. Attachments. We have standard. We have a front weight, which is a 400 kilogram weight, and then we have a 3-point. 3-point does have PTO, and it's got everything that you need there. Front loader. So this is where it gets kind of cool. So the front loader, we have the Massey Ferguson, which again is a separate mod. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. We've also got Quickie on here. We have Hauer. We've got a, I'm not sure what that is. Oh, MX. So that, I believe MX is a PC only mod. So it supports that. Stole, Hauer, or none. So you've literally got like every single front loader option you could possibly think of. I love that. Then colors. You guys know I love colors. So we have a normal Massey Ferguson red. We have black. Good to have that. We have orange. And then we have the, they call it the 175 limited edition. It changes the front right around where the engine cover is, I guess, on the sides. It changes that up to a gray instead of being red. And the rim colors, we have gray and silver. There's not a ton of difference between these, but you can choose what you like. And then, of course, you got your license plate. As I mentioned, customization on the low profile cab, the LPC, is virtually identical. However, you can see where we've got a little bit larger wheels on here as well. So we can bump those up. If you want to keep this as low profile as possible, you may want to go through and see if you can find the wheels that make it small. For example, that Midas tire right there makes it larger. So just be mindful if you want this to be as small as possible. As I mentioned previously, if you guys want to use these with precision farming, they do have the Aceria Pro Compact, which you can add if you have precision farming, and you've got animated type when you're using interactive control script. So the simple IC, well, you've got control over things with that. Speaking of control, if you also get the Massey Ferguson FL series right here, this is the front loader option that you guys can use for this. Now, there's 2 versions in here. We have the FL 4121 and then we have the 4220. So both of these are commonly seen on Massey Ferguson 5700S and 5S tractors, so you get to choose. As far as in the game, I can't tell a difference between either one of them. It's just a model number, but hey, if you prefer one or the other, hey, you got an option. That's pretty cool. Design on here. So we've got the guide pole. Basically, this can be added or removed. Doesn't cost anything either way. Hydraulic connectors. So we've got without the hose or with the hose. This can be used if you want to use it on other tractors. This does use a Quickie Connect, so that's kind of nice. Actually, just a remodeled Quickie front loader altogether, if I remember correctly. So you guys can choose whether you want that to be there or not. And then, of course, we have the main color. These match the Massey Ferguson. So we have the red, which can be used with the 175 or the stock. We have black, and we have orange. Really all you need. I did mention controls as well. There are a few things that we can control. We've got our side door here. If you guys want to open and close the side door, boop, just like so. And we've also got the rear window. So if you guys want to open that up, it's It's actually got a pretty big opening there. Boop. Looks great. Since we got a version here that hooks up via front loader, let's go ahead and do that. Let's hook this up to the front loader and we'll see all the connections that do take place. Yes, everything hooks up exactly the way that you would want to. Actually, I think I didn't get the hose connections on there. Hang on. There we go. There we go. All right, we'll hook it up. Everything goes right into place and we are good. Again, it's just a front loader. There's nothing too crazy about it, but it is nice to see a Massey Ferguson front loader and everything that's got a purpose, if you will. Of course, all the joystick animations are there. Anything that is a light, of course, the buttons push, things happen the way they're supposed to. You've got your turn signal option right there that works exactly the way you would expect that to go as well. We've got all of our braking, all the pedals work, everything is exactly the way you would expect it. Here is your starting animation, which is just epic across all of the stuff on here. Absolutely love. I mean, it all works. You know, the key on the side, all the stuff, all the lights come on. I physically don't know how he's been able to do it. I know he's been working on this for a long time, and it's just an epic tractor. There's also something else that's kind of neat. So this has the locking system. I don't know if you guys could see that yellow mark right there. It moves to the left and to the right, depending on if there's something attached or not. This is something that he has gone way above and beyond to add. Boop, 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 boop. I can't do it. I gotta do it quickly because otherwise I'll drop the bell spike, but you can see it kind of grabs onto it. That way it doesn't fall off, nothing bad happens, etc., etc. Just one more detail that's been added that just makes this awesome. Yeah. So is this the perfect setup for you guys on your farm? Well, if you're using Massey Ferguson, I think you will be remiss if you do not use this tractor. Definitely check it out. It will be heading to Mod Hub very soon for testing for all platforms. Very exciting there. I'll be giving you guys more information on Farm Sim News and things like that as we get that information. Again, huge thank you to AMG Agri Gaming Modding, whatever you want to call him. He's got all kinds of names, for sending this over to show you guys ahead of time. Without him, this video would not have been possible. So check him out, linked in the description. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a like, get subscribed if you're new, and join the GoHam fam. Make sure those notification bells are on as well. That way, you never miss daily farming simulator videos here on the channel. All being said, hope you have a great day. See you guys later. Peace.